You've probably been told for years that protein is essential for staying strong as you age, and that's absolutely true. But there's a quiet detail that rarely gets explained to those of us over 60. The very foods meant to support your strength can, over time, place a hidden strain on your kidneys. It doesn't happen all at once. You may not feel it right away. But slowly, it can begin to show up as low energy, mild swelling, or lab numbers that just don't seem to improve. And that's what makes it so frustrating. You're trying to eat better. You're making thoughtful choices, yet something still feels slightly out of balance. What if the problem isn't how much protein you're eating, but which kinds you're choosing? Because some protein sources are simply easier for your body to process. They create less waste, place less pressure on your system, and give your kidneys the space they need to function more smoothly. In this video, we'll walk through 4 of the most kidney-friendly proteins, starting with one that many people overlook and building up to what experts often consider the cleanest, most efficient option. Stay with me until number 1. That final choice is simple, practical, and could be one of the easiest changes you make starting tomorrow morning. Number 4, tofu. Most people don't think much about tofu. It's simple, quiet, and often overlooked next to more powerful protein choices. But for your kidneys, this humble food works in a very different way. In fact, it may be one of the gentlest options you can put on your plate. Unlike red meat or heavily processed proteins, tofu creates a much lower acid load in your body. That means your system doesn't have to work as hard to neutralize and eliminate excess waste. Over time, this can reduce the silent strain placed on your kidneys. And when that strain is lower, your body often feels more balanced and less fatigued. There's another reason tofu stands out. It naturally contains less phosphorus than many animal-based proteins, especially the kind that is rapidly absorbed into your bloodstream. For aging kidneys, that difference matters more than most people realize. Less phosphorus means less buildup, and less buildup means your kidneys can function with a little more ease. Research and clinical observations have consistently shown that plant-based proteins like tofu can support better kidney outcomes when used properly. They tend to produce fewer nitrogen byproducts during digestion. That translates into less filtering work required inside your body. It's not about removing protein, but choosing the kind your body can handle more efficiently. In terms of nutrition, tofu offers a steady, moderate amount of high-quality protein without overwhelming your system. It also contains beneficial compounds like isoflavonoids, which may help reduce inflammation over time. And since inflammation is one of the quiet drivers of kidney decline, this becomes an added layer of support. It's a subtle benefit, but one that can make a difference with consistency. The best part is how easy it is to use. Soft tofu can be added to warm soups or gently blended into simple meals. Firmer tofu can be lightly grilled or baked with herbs for a clean, satisfying dish. You don't need heavy sauces or complicated recipes to make it work. However, there's one mistake to avoid. Many store-bought tofu dishes are loaded with sodium from sauces and marinades. That added salt can quickly turn a healthy choice into something stressful for your kidneys. Keeping it simple is what allows tofu to truly support your body. A small portion, about half a cup at a time, is usually more than enough to give you the benefits without overdoing it. And as always, your needs may vary depending on your current kidney function. It's a good idea to adjust portions with guidance if you've been given specific limits. Sometimes the foods we overlook are the ones our body responds to best. Tofu may not seem exciting at first glance, but it offers something far more valuable, a gentle, steady source of nourishment that supports your strength without adding extra burden. Number 3, fatty fish. Fatty fish might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think about protecting your kidneys. Many people focus only on how much protein they're eating, not how that protein behaves inside the body. But this is where certain fish, like salmon or sardines, begin to stand out in a powerful way. They don't just nourish you, they help calm what's happening beneath the surface. Unlike heavier meats, fatty fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. These natural compounds are known to help reduce inflammation, which is one of the quiet drivers behind kidney decline. When inflammation stays elevated, it slowly affects blood flow and filtration. But when it's reduced, your kidneys can function with a little more ease and stability. There's also the way your body processes this type of protein. Fish is generally easier to digest, which means it produces fewer waste byproducts during metabolism. That translates into less work for your kidneys over time. It's a subtle shift, but one that can make a noticeable difference when practiced consistently. Studies have shown that diets including omega-3 rich fish may help support better cardiovascular and kidney health together. And that connection matters more than most people think because your heart and kidneys are closely linked. When circulation improves, your kidneys receive more oxygen and support for filtration. It's all part of the same system working together. Nutritionally, a small serving of fatty fish provides a strong amount of high-quality protein along with essential fats your body needs. You're not just feeding your muscles, you're also supporting internal balance. And, unlike processed or red meats, it doesn't come with the same level of saturated fat or added stress. The key is to keep the preparation simple. Baking, steaming, or lightly grilling with herbs and lemon works beautifully. Avoid heavy sauces, deep frying, or excessive salt, as those can cancel out the benefits. Clean cooking keeps the focus on what your body actually needs. A portion about the size of your palm, once or twice a week, is often enough to make a difference. And, as always, it's important to adjust based on your personal health needs or medical guidance. Balance is what matters most. Sometimes the right food doesn't just give you strength. It helps your body feel calmer from within. And that quiet support can be exactly what your kidneys have been needing. Number 2, skinless chicken. Chicken is something most people feel comfortable with. It's familiar, easy to prepare, and often seen as a safe choice when trying to eat healthier. But there's a detail that rarely gets explained. Not all chicken works the same way inside your body, especially when your kidneys are under more pressure than before. When you choose skinless chicken, particularly lean cuts like breast meat, you're giving your body a form of protein that is much easier to process. It contains less saturated fat and produces fewer inflammatory byproducts during digestion. That allows your system to work more smoothly without creating unnecessary strain. And over time, that lighter workload can begin to show up in how you feel day to day. What makes this option so useful is the sense of balance it provides. You're still getting enough high-quality protein to maintain strength and energy, but without overwhelming your kidneys with excess waste. Compared to red meat, it places a much lower demand on your metabolism. And while that difference may seem small, it becomes more important as your body becomes less tolerant of excess. You can also see this reflected in real-world patterns. When people begin shifting away from heavier meats toward lean poultry, their bodies often respond with more stable energy and fewer fluctuations. Digestion feels easier. Internal stress decreases, and your kidneys are no longer forced to constantly keep up with unnecessary load. A simple serving can give you exactly what your body needs without pushing things too far. It's clean, steady, and reliable, the kind of support that works quietly in the background. And at this stage of life, that kind of consistency matters more than extremes. Where things tend to go off track is in the preparation. Frying, heavy sauces, or packaged marinades can quickly introduce large amounts of sodium and hidden additives. What started as a smart choice can easily turn into something that adds pressure back into your system. Keeping it simple makes all the difference. Baking, steaming, or lightly grilling with herbs helps preserve the natural benefits without adding extra stress. You don't need complexity to make it satisfying. In many cases, the simpler approach is exactly what your body responds to best. For most people, a portion about the size of your palm works well for a single meal. Spacing it across the week can also help maintain a steady rhythm rather than overwhelming your system all at once. Small adjustments like this often make a bigger difference than people expect. In the end, it's not about changing everything overnight. It's about refining what you already eat in a way your body can handle more comfortably. And when used this way, something as familiar as chicken becomes more than just a meal. It becomes part of a quieter, more supportive routine. Number 1, egg whites. If there's one protein your kidneys tend to handle better than almost anything else, it's this. Not something rare, not something expensive. In fact, it's probably already in your refrigerator, quietly sitting there, while most people never realize how different it actually is from everything else they eat. Once you remove the yolk, what remains is almost pure protein. Very little phosphorus, almost no fat, and none of the extra compounds that usually slow your body down during digestion. That means your system can take in what it needs and move on without leaving behind a heavy load of waste for your kidneys to filter. What makes this even more powerful is how efficiently your body can use it. Egg whites are known for having one of the highest biological values of any protein source. In simple terms, your body uses nearly all of it instead of struggling to process the leftovers. And when there's less waste to deal with, your kidneys don't have to work nearly as hard to keep things balanced. You can also feel the difference in how light it is on your system. Instead of creating extra acid or triggering internal stress, egg whites move through digestion in a much smoother, more controlled way. Your muscles still get the support they need, but your body doesn't feel weighed down afterward. And for many people, that lighter feeling becomes noticeable surprisingly quickly. Another advantage is how flexible it is in real life. You're not forced into large portions just to meet your needs. Each egg white gives you a small, efficient amount of protein, which allows you to build your intake gradually. That makes it much easier to stay within a range your body can comfortably manage rather than overwhelming your system all at once. The way you prepare them can either preserve that benefit or slowly take it away. Boiling, steaming, or lightly scrambling without added fats keeps everything clean and easy to process. But once oils, butter, or heavy seasoning come into play, the simplicity starts to disappear. And with it, some of the advantage your kidneys would have otherwise gained. For most people, 2 to 4 egg whites in a meal is a comfortable starting point. Some prefer spreading them across the day, which can feel even easier on digestion. And depending on your current condition, small adjustments can help you find that steady rhythm your body responds to best. There's something quietly reassuring about a choice like this. No complicated planning, no strict rules, just a simple option your body knows how to handle, again and again, without resistance. And in many cases, that's where real change begins, not from dramatic overhauls or extreme diets, but from small decisions your body can keep up with every single day. And when it comes to protecting your kidneys while staying strong, egg whites offer exactly that. Clean support, steady energy, and far less hidden burden than most people expect. By now, you may be starting to see things a little differently. It's not just about eating more protein to stay strong. It's about choosing the kinds your body can truly handle, especially as your kidneys begin to need a bit more care and attention. Each of the options we've talked about today offers something slightly different. Tofu brings a gentle, plant-based balance. Fatty fish helps calm inflammation from within. Skinless chicken provides steady, reliable support. And egg whites offer one of the cleanest, most efficient forms your body can use. None of this requires a complete overhaul of your diet. It's not about restriction or giving up the foods you enjoy. It's about making small, thoughtful adjustments that reduce the hidden strain your body has been carrying. And those small changes matter more than you might expect. Over time, they can help stabilize your energy, support better lab results, and give your kidneys a little more room to function the way they're meant to. So, before you go, I'd really like to hear from you. Which of these protein choices do you see yourself trying first? Let me know in the comments, because your experience might help someone else make a better choice too. If you found this helpful, a simple like lets us know to keep creating more content like this. And if you want to keep learning simple ways to support your kidneys every day, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what's coming next. Take care of your body, one small, steady step at a time.